Welcome back to the 32 team franchise. It is 2014. Week 2 has been completed. Now we're just going to take a look at the scores and schedules. Excuse me. We're going to do this one a little bit quicker. I'm going to try to keep it under 15 minutes. Let's get into it. Bills, Titans. So Buffalo falls to 0-2 as the Leslie Frazier Titans. Carson Palmer get their first win of the year. Chris Johnson played really, really well. Did not get hurt. Kendall Wright catches 2 touchdowns. Um, Chris Boswell, the rookie kicker from Rice, missed a field goal, but it didn't matter all that much because they still got the win, 31-24. Pittsburgh, Green Bay, a Super Bowl rematch. Who have? Oh, excuse me. In the early 2010s, this was a Super Bowl matchup where the Packers won, and the Packers win today. But most importantly, Ben Roethlisberger got hurt and will miss 8 weeks with a foot injury, I think it was, or maybe it was a shoulder injury. It doesn't matter. He'll be out for 8 weeks. So Jimmy Clausen actually played pretty well in relief. Gio Bernard had a good game. Obviously, Le'Veon Bell was hurt for the Steelers. Randall Cobb, another good game. And you have one more injury for the Steelers just to hurt them even more. Antonio Brown got hurt. A completely torn ACL or MCL and will miss the whole entire season. Antonio Brown out for the year. Big Ben hurt. Le'Veon Bell hurt. The 3 best offensive playmakers on the Steelers are all out. That is not good. And they fall to 1-1. Packers do know. Jets are also 2-0 after beating the Miami Dolphins in overtime at 19-13. Mark Sanchez 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Montana 1 touchdown. There was a safety in this game. Lamar Miller had a pretty good game again. So did Marcus Lattimore. Cordell Patterson had the game-winning touchdown in overtime. Ryan Shazier, the rookie, led the tackles, and Randy Starks had 3 sacks. Chargers Browns. Chargers are 2-0. Led by Philip Rivers, who leads the league in passing touchdowns and yards, and Cleveland is 0-2. Philip Rivers, Brian Hoyer, Ryan Matthews had a good game. Trent Richardson got hurt, but I think is back. Marcavius Mingo leads the team in tackles as a sack. Cleveland's 0-2. Whoa, okay, I don't have the mods on right now, but not a big deal. Panthers, Commanders. The Commanders absolutely get destroyed. Cam Newton has himself a good game. RG3 not so much. There was an interception. Did have a rushing touchdown though. D'Angelo Williams and Alfred Morris both did alright, I guess. And kicker of the game. Well, should have had a good game. OBJ went 4 for 38. Marcus Joyner and James Anderson had 2 sacks. Not a great game for Washington. St. Louis and Jacksonville. The Rams win this one, move to 1-1. Jacksonville was 0-2. Good game from Sam Bradford. Not so good from Colin Kaepernick, although it wasn't awful. Matthew Mulligan had 2 touchdowns. Mike Brown had 2. Mike Thomas and Cecil Shorts III both had a touchdown. 2 sacks from Robert Quinn. Patriots Falcons, what maybe could be the Super Bowl matchup, but Atlanta is 1-1. New England wins this one. They score. Excuse me. The score was 38-18. They were down by 20. And Atlanta almost made a comeback. They ended up losing 38-32. Matt Ryan, 3 touchdowns. Tom Brady, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Team Ridley, 108 rushing yards. Beanie Wells had a rushing touchdown. Gronk, Edelman, White, Anderson, Brandon Cooks, Harry Douglas, Team Ridley all cut touchdowns. Arthur Brown, Gerard Mayo, tackle, and BWF had the interception. Bears Vikings. Blake Bortles is 2-0. Teddy Bridgewater versus Blake Bortles. Maybe we'll see this, the next rivalry in the NFC North, but right now they both didn't look great, and Blake Bortles gets the win this time. Adrian Peterson played outstanding, and Matt Forte also played really good. He's 2 sacks. He is on a tear right now with his new team, the Chicago Bears. Arizona's 49ers. Dirk Cutter gets his first win while Bruce Arians falls to 0-2, and seat continues to get hotter. Matt Schaub not a great game. Josh Freeman, good game. Frank Gore, good game. Michael James, good game. Kenyon Barner, good game. A lot of touchdowns on the ground. Vernon Davis caught a touchdown. Delaney Walker caught a touchdown. Taylor Mays, Alden Smith, 2.5. Justin Smith, 2.5. Ahmad Brooks. Said Fran, get back on that winning track. Detroit, Seattle. Seattle is 2-0 after an explosive fourth quarter. Russell Wilson, 361-4. Matthew Stafford, 306-3. So the Matt Patricia Lions are looking pretty good right now. Marshawn Lynch a touchdown on 118, and Felix Jones 35 and a touchdown. Hakeem Nicks, the new signee from New York, 196 and a touchdown. Calvin Johnson has 2. Doug Baldwin, Jermaine Kearson, Zach Miller, and Eric Ron, the rookie, all get 1. Avery Williamson, Red Bryant, Tyrone Crawford. No interceptions in this one, and Seattle's 2-0. Denver gets their first win of the year over Dallas, 48-24. Peyton Manning 3 touchdowns, Tony Romo 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. DeMarco Murray had a touchdown. He's back from his injury. Devontae Freeman had a touchdown. 2 touchdowns for Terrence Ress, both rookie running backs. Touchdown machines for Demarius Thomas, Des Bryant, Wes Welker, Cole Beasley, and Desmond Briscoe. Manti Te'o, Vaughn Miller, and Jay Ratliff, and Nolan Corral. Dan Bailey did miss a field goal. Not that that matters. KC, Baltimore. Baltimore loses this one. They don't look very good. Kansas City looked very good. Joe Flacco got hurt, but he will be back for this next week. Tyrod Taylor played well in his relief. Alex Smith, 4 touchdowns and an interception. Jamal Charles, coming back from injury a little bit early, runs for 294 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Stewart also got 1. Hopkins is over 100 and a touchdown. Macklin, a touchdown. Vontae Leach, a touchdown. Kelsey, 2 touchdowns. Dontrell Inman, a touchdown. Sean Porter, Tom Ali, and Courtney Upshaw. What a game for Kansas City. Indy, Houston. Indy gets better of Houston after shutting him out in the second half. Not a great game for Geno Smith, who went for 131 and no scores. Andrew Luck, 2 touchdowns, a pick, and 286. Aaron Foster had a good game. James Casey got a touchdown. Andre Johnson, Miles Austin, both over 100 receiving yards. T.Y. Hilton, Chris Thompson, also both caught touchdowns. Bryce McCain, tackle leader, tackle for a lot. J.J. Ross, Robert Mathis, 3.5 sacks, Corey Renning 2, and Glover Crane with the interception. New York, New Orleans. New Orleans gets the win here after an awful game from Drew Brees and Eli Manning. Both did not play good at all. 15 for 25 for Drew Brees, and a lot of that was in the fourth quarter. So he came out clutch, but it was bad for the majority of the game. Amon Bradshaw, Mark Ingram both had really good games. Mark Ingram did catch a touchdown, so did Adrian Robinson. Cameron Jordan, tackle leader. Sacks, JPP, Cam Jordan, Chris Canty. Interceptions, David Harthorne, Robin Harper, and DRC. 3 interceptions for the Giants, who fall to 0-2 after winning the NFC East last year. Eagles, Bucks. The Eagles win this one 29-21. A late rally from the Bucks, but it wasn't enough. Chad Henne, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Michael Vick, 264, 2 picks. Doug Martin, 15 for 81. Sean McCoy, 16 for 65. Darren McFadden, 12 for 39. Neither one of them were quite that good. Vincent Jackson gets 2 touchdowns. Mario Manningham gets 1. Jared Cook gets 1. And Darren McFadden catches 1 as well. Levante David, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Boykin, and Darrell Rivers both have interceptions. And then the first game of the week will be the last game we review here is the Bengals-Raiders on Thursday night. Lovie Smith gets his first win as a Raider. Jay Cutler plays really damn good. 3 touchdowns, a pick. Andy Dalton, 235 and 2. Maurice Jones-Drew, 157 and a touchdown. And Marcel Reese also had a touchdown. Darius Hayward-Bay, 117 and a touchdown. Darren Sproles, 69 and a touchdown. Nares Moore, a touchdown. Marvin Jones, a touchdown. John Brown, a touchdown. Philip Warner, tackle leader. Richard Seymour and Carlos Dunlap with that 1 sack. And Jacob Patrick had the interceptions. So that is week 2 review. Week 3 starts on Thursday night. Vikings Packers. Then on Sunday at 1 p.m. you have Dolphins Jags, Eagles Bears. That's a mini rivalry. Bengals Browns, Panthers Falcons, Giants Commanders, Ravens Lions, Bills Bucks, Raiders Chiefs, and at 4 Seahawks Cardinals, Titans Colts, 49ers Rams, Steelers Texans, Chargers Cowboys. And primetime games, Saints Patriots, who are in their third primetime game, the Saints, and Broncos Jets. So that is the week 3 schedule. We look at the statistics. The weekly awards are Adrian Peterson, Jamal Charles on offense, and Jason Pierre-Paul and Gerard Mayo on defense. That is a week 2 review. I kept it under 15 minutes. Oh, we can do a little preview of the draft. This is the Jameis Winston Marcus Mariota draft. Which quarterback will go where? Be fun to see what happens. Amari Cooper, Williams, Kevin White, Vic Beasley, Eric Flowers, Todd Gurley, Danny Shelton, Andrews Pete, Devontae Parker, Melvin Gordon, Eric Armstead, Marcus Peters, Nelson Aguilar, Bud Dupree, Shaq Thompson, Brian Jones, Philip Dorsett, Demarius Randall, Malcolm Brown, Landon Collins, Donovan Smith, Preston Smith, Eddie Goldman. So it's a good draft. It's a good draft. A lot of names that are good players in today's NFL. So that is the week 2 review, and I'll see you in week 3.